one will advance to the finals to face either Tracy McMillan and Michael Stahl, Tony Sprademan, or Eric Hiltner. And there you see Big Paul Smith on the left side in the forward position. Tom Yore, it's rare to see him back there at goal. And on the right side, Ryan Moore and Brandon Moreland. Of course, Ryan Moore, a guy with a great snake shot, which of course cannot be used in this event, but Ryan also with a great pull shot as well. The winner of this one, in this best 3 games out of 5, will advance to the final. Been a lot of fun here so far. Day number 1, kind of an experiment here in Dallas. A glimpse at the future of foosball. ITSF style foosball. And I can tell you now, folks, the ITSF, the USTSL, really looking to make a huge impression on American foosball as we move forward and kind of bring the international focus to the American foosball scene. And that is not a bad thing. But there you see the great Ryan Moore, one of the greatest players in the history of the sport. His partner, Brandon Moreland, outstanding goalie, outstanding all-around player. He's on the right. Paul Smith, the super talent out of St. Louis, and his partner, Tom Yore, the Hall of Famer out of Tampa, Florida, as we get things underway with Tom Yore putting it into play. Tom slides that pull shot on goal, picked up here by Moreland. This should be an interesting one. You've got Yore, a Hall of Famer, Ryan Moore, of course, a future Hall of Famer in our top 50 Tornado players, American players of all time. Ryan was a top 10 finisher, and Brandon Moreland also on that list, as was Tom Yore. So you have to kind of think that eventually Ryan Moore and Brandon Moreland both will be in the United States Hall of Fame. Paul Smith, a guy with talent to equal any of these players. It's just a matter of putting it together, and more as we move along. He is doing so as he comes back with that rolling split down the middle to make it 1-0, and Brandon Moreland will put it into play. That's 3 games out of 5, and again, the winner will advance to the final. Right now, it looks like Tony Sprademan and Eric Hiltner in control over on table number 2. So you have to kind of figure that Sprademan and Hiltner will hold on, and they will face the winner of this one. Tom Yore, not a guy you see playing the goalie position all that often, but Tom pretty good back there. Smart defensively, good offensive player. But again, Ryan able to find that short side. Watch this. Nobody performs the John Wayne better than Ryan Moore. It's the greatest John Wayne the sport has ever seen. And there isn't really any debate on that one. Tied up at 1 here in game number 1. Brandon Moreland. The thing about Brandon, just a great all-around player, great goalie, great forward, smart defensively, and a guy that can be explosive from the offensive point of view in the goalie position. There's Ryan continuing to go with that John Wayne. He's going to work it until you continue to block it, and then he's going to come with something else. Try to come down the middle with that one. 1-1 here in game number 1. Best 3 games out of 5. Brushed down nicely by Smith. And again, Paul Smith has the ability to hang with any of these guys. He is that good. It's just always been a matter of motivation with him. But I think in a format like this, you're going to get the best of Paul Smith. Joined once again by Mark Torres. Mark, welcome back.
Thanks, man. It was a bar run.
Okay, it happens. Sure.
I didn't know. Anyway, you got me at the bar, but I knew you could handle it. You're pro.
Yeah, I'm a pro. Pro's pro. And there's Ryan with that rolling shot down the middle to make it 2-1. Ryan, you never know when he's going to release. And he does so here off the roll. To make it 2-1, but back comes Tom Yore. Watch this. Tom explosively to that short corner. Even at 2. You know, we're game 1. Yeah, tied up at 2. We're looking at Tom Yore, a Hall of Famer. I think Ryan Moore, Brandon Moreland, both future Hall of Famers. And Paul Smith, a guy with the kind of talent to hang with any of them. It's just putting it together. But Smith, outstanding player. Playing the forward position for Tom Yore, and that should tell you something. As Smith brings it across, sets it up, strokes it home.
It's funny to lump a group of players together into a category of all-world physical ability, not unlike Michael Stahl,
yeah,
but has not yet achieved that next level of execution that wins
Well,
a Open championship.
No, and it comes with expectations as well. We're only saying that because we expect Paul to do so. We expect Michael Stahl to do
Right.
so. So when they don't, it becomes a topic of conversation.
Right.
Because they have that kind of skill. And right now it is Smith and Yore up 4-2 here in game number 1 against the favorites, I think, in the match. In Moore and Moreland. Maybe the favorites in the tournament in Moore and Moreland. Paul Smith, who his secondary shot is the pull shot, but he closes it out with a straight right here. And that, again, a testament to the skill of this man from St. Louis, as he converts to give his team a 1-0 lead.
Now, I'm not sure if we mentioned it. We got great foosball action on table number 3.
Oh, yeah.
We got the over 50, and on table number 2, we got the other semifinal match.
Semifinal, which looks like Sprademan and Hilton are in control there.
2-1. Now, here's what we want to talk about in this format. It doesn't matter what format it is.
Yeah.
You kind of felt like Ryan Moore, Brandon Moreland,
Yeah.
Tony Sprademan, Eric Hiltner were heading toward each other.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the format is. 1 ball, 2 ball,
Doesn't matter.
roller ball. You feel so you put the Masters typically, now not all the time, and even less so in the 90s when there was more teams. You had more upsets because you had more dynamics, right? But it doesn't matter what you guys put. Make them shoot push kicks. These 4 guys were always going to head toward each other. So just a reminder that unless you're coming of age and executing at the highest levels you can, the Masters typically are going to be there.
But we're also not just talking about Masters. We're almost talking about Super Masters. And again, Ryan with a little mini pull kick to that near side. But when you're talking about Sprademan and Moore, you're talking about 2 of the top 10 greatest players of all time.
Right.
Not just Masters,
And
right?
Brandon being no slouch, and Eric being an incredible compliment.
Yeah.
Right. Eric Hiltner being an incredible.
And you can say the same about Brandon Moreland. Maybe with a little more offensive skill, maybe, but still a complementary kind of player. It's stubbed down the middle by Moore. Yeah, this isn't exactly what Ryan wanted to do, but it's effective. And he's going to look across. That's
He's
great
such a
coverage
character,
from Foos TV. That's a great job, guys.
It's a character. And I think there's another analogy, and I like this analogy because it's fitting. In chess, a grandmaster was the highest elevation for a long time, and then they have something called super grandmasters because they needed another differentiation between the guys that really separated themselves. And I would call Ryan and Tony, and to a lesser extent, Brandon, to a lesser extent, super grandmasters. Probably maybe not in the same category.
Yeah,
right?
I think you put Ryan and Tony in the super grandmaster category for sure, and maybe Lafredo you throw in there as well, and Billy Pappas, I think when he's here.
Fred, of course.
Fred,
Start talking about the same.
Fred is even maybe the next level up from there.
I know. I told you not to bring him up again, Jim.
I won't again.
Told you.
I know how much how distasteful you find him.
Jim, are we still behind our paywall?
Yes.
Jim, I'm sick
don't
of
know
your
if we are.
shit. Jim, I'm sick of your shit. And you know what? This Daniel guy.
Are we only allowed to say that behind the?
The more I drink.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
I don't know. I like Daniel.
I like Daniel.
I think he's a good dude. Here's Ryan now setting up the pull shot. Watch for the John. Nope, he goes with that short pull shot, or rather push shot, pull shot.
What's happening right now, Jim?
No. Smith able to pick it up off the back wall. Quick shot against Moreland. You're not going to get that against Brandon. Taken away, banked off the outside wall by Moreland. 1-0 lead for Paul Smith and Tom Yore. 2-1 lead for Moore and Moreland. And a rebound grabbed here by Smith. Paul Smith, his number 1 shot would be a snake shot, but he's a pretty good pull shot shooter as well, which kind of interesting that Tom Yore would elect to go with playing the goalie position. But here's my sense. I don't know who Tom is playing with, and it's the rolling pull shot here. Gets through to make it 3-1 again. Watch. Ryan doesn't take much time.
Nice.
Doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Who's Tom Yore playing open men's doubles with?
Right now, so he was supposed to play with Billy Pappas. Billy's in Europe. And so there was like the whole kind of merry-go-round. I think he might be playing with Mike Green, which is a no slouch.
So he's playing forward. Okay.
Yes.
It's just kind of interesting to see him playing goalie here, despite the fact he is a pull shooter. And that big long pull shot by Ryan Moore. Watch this. So he brings it across, hesitates, and drills it dead man.
The spray dead bar. I like that's the whole thing.
You're going with spray. Everything's a spray dead bar for you.
Right now. It's fun for me.
4-1 lead here in the second game for Ryan Moore and Brandon Moreland. A takeaway here by Moore. And the pole kick closes out game number 2. The Supermaster Ryan Moore to that near corner.
We got to call them super masters. We got. I mean, you got to create a distinction, man. What are you going to do? Like, there's masters, and then there's something else. You know, and that's also an issue.
And that evolves, and I think, you know, it's a testament to what you said in chess. They didn't realize they were going to have to come up with a supermaster.
Yeah.
We didn't realize we were going to see players like Brian Moore or Tony Sprademan come along and take the game to another level, or Fred.
Right.
You know, we had to create that new category.
Right, and we just created it right now. But here's another,
just right here on the spot.
Like someone like Adrian Zamora, who has open titles and even an open world championship, cannot be put in the
top 50 all-time player.
But can't be put in the same category as Ryan and Tony. He can't be.
No. There's the pole kick. Watch this from Moreland.
What a beauty. And Paul was on the. You can see where the man is on the 7th dot, waiting to block. And Brandon was inside of that.
Yeah. Can only do what you can do. Yeah. Sometimes the shots are just that good, and that one was. It's now 1-0 here in the third. Shot on goal by Moore, rather by Yore. Right. Ryan's going to call the jar on himself as he reacted with a 5. Give it back to Paul, who will set up the pull shot against Moreland. Paul Smith chokes it home down the middle, just tucking it home.
It's a beauty.
What a gorgeous shot here. Watch this. We're even at 1. Yeah, Paul Smith, a guy that one of these just super talented guys who, if he ever really puts it together, has the ability to get to that next level. As it is, he's a master player, as he should be. But at times he can be unstoppable, and that pull shot gets through against Brandon Moreland.
It's tough when you're kind of a tweener, right? I mean, I would call him a tweener, someone who hasn't won at the highest levels, but has all the ability to do so. Yeah. And it's an interesting place to be in.
And he's been in the mix. He does have, I think, a national mixed doubles championship. But, again, you kind of expect more from some of these guys, you know, and maybe that's us. Maybe that's us, you know, unreasonably expecting more.
Well, there was a time, and this is dating us both, in order to be a champion, you kind of had to go through Colorado. Like everyone who was coming through the Lafredo and Spears school of, and even if you were not a super talent like Scotty Whiteman, you got the other skills and the mental acumen and the decision.
Well, you had to, right? You had to,
Yes.
Because these guys are competing against Lafredo Spear guys that are. So the Whiteman had to develop what he developed, despite maybe not having the greatest natural skills, or lateral speed.
Right. I mean, people like to be critical and say all that you want, but those guys were in the finals of the Tornado Championships in doubles a couple of years back. And Fredo and Whiteman, after not playing for, they're playing local draws for like a year.
And again, tucking it home down the middle is Paul Smith. That's a great choice. Watch the grip. Watch the rip.
Boom. I get watch the grip, watch the rip. That's
4-1.
what you're talking about. You're talking about the little things you'd say during a replay. Watch the grip, watch the rip, watch the wrap, watch the snap.
And there's some snap from Brandon.
Watch the lick, watch my what? No, we're not doing that. They put a tuck. That was a sick tuck pull kick. You see that? These Germans can't rhyme.
4-2 lead for.
I don't know if they could read. Boom.
Of course they can. 4-2 lead here for Smith and Yore, who have come back here in game number 3 after winning the opening game and then seeing Moore and Moreland, and this is Ryan back there hammering it home.
You can't.
What does this even do? What does that even do?
What happens when you can hit the ball so hard it wills itself into the goal?
Ever been a more useless replay than that one?
Dude. What happens when you just get every possession at the 2-bar and you hit the ball so hard? It's hilarious, dude.
That was simply him hitting the ball harder than anybody else can.
Yeah.
And we've got a timeout. Wow.
That was hysterical. If you look at it, I think it actually what just happened.
Well, and the only reason we're laughing about that is because Foos TV is providing replays after every ball, which is phenomenal. We love it.
That was so comical. Like, what happens when you could just muscle the ball into the goal?
Because you can hit it harder than everyone else.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Because I will give him that.
Actually,
I think he hits the ball harder.
I
than
actually really like this team of Moreland. I
Yeah.
actually really like it. Yeah, I think just innately Brandon is going to get the most out of Ryan. I don't think Brian could take balls off playing with Brandon. Tom Yore slices that one up the table, taken away by Moreland, who is up there. And Brandon, of course, an outstanding forward as well as being one of the great goalies in the history of American table soccer as he sets it up against Yore and calls timeout.
He's going to let Ryan shoot it, I think.
Is he?
Going to let Ryan shoot it?
Yeah, Ryan says, I'll stay back here if you want, buddy. You
Yeah.
sure? Okay. Yeah, why not? All right, I can give it a shot. I'm not a Dodger fan, but I'm wearing an LA hat anyway.
Dude, I think it would be so ridiculously entertaining to have Ryan playing goalie for you.
And that rolling pull shot makes it 4-4, 3 in a row. Watch this. The rolling, slicing pull shot. Ryan knew exactly what he wanted to do. He executed it. He scored it. We're even at 4. Oh, yeah, you got Ryan Moore playing goalie for you?
Oh, so silly. And there are intangibles.
Oh, shot by Yore on goal. That
money.
big, long pull shot. Rebound picked up by Smith. Looking to give his team a 2-game-to-1 lead. Staying home to make the block, completely giving him the long goal. It's Ryan Moore, who you know is going to score this ball, right? You know he's going to.
Terrifying, dude. That's the. Oh, he shot the far wall pull kick.
Ooh, that shot on goal.
Far wall bank. But you just okay, let's talk about that. Let's see what happens if he scores.
You always think Ryan's going to score that push kick on goal. Rebound eventually grabbed by Moreland. Wow.
That's hilarious.
Brandon looking inside.
I'm out.
Looking outside. We'll call timeout.
Okay, hold on. All right.
There's a lot to unpack right there.
I don't watch pro basketball, but the defensive player of the year is a rookie named Victor Wembanyama. And if you look at highlights, people are running. They run toward the rim and they run away because he had so many intimidations.
Well, he should have been the defensive player of the year.
I think he was, wasn't he? No, I thought he was close.
Rudy Gobert.
No.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert.
Anyways.
But Wembanyama is,
There's a whole highlight video of him intimidating people. Now, that cannot be underestimated. When Ryan's on the 2-bar, people are freaking out. Like, he just changes everything. The whole thing, the blood pressure raises through the roof when he's got on the 2-bar, and that cannot be underestimated.
Well, for us as well. We sit up here, we see him get the ball. We all kind of get excited,
Yeah.
get to the edge of our seat, you know?
Right. Like I've never got the ball on the 2-bar, and people freaked out.
They don't. They're happy to see you get the ball.
It's the safest place on the table. When I have the ball on the 2-bar. Ryan gets the ball on the 2-bar, people are like, holy crap, how is he going to score on me?
All right, so Ryan moves back to the forward position here, looking to give his team a 2-games-to-1 lead as he puts it into play.
What a great shot. Look at that shot there.
Against Tom Yore.
We have a drone here, you guys.
We do. And he strokes it home with a John Wayne. Brings it across, sets it up, and boom. It's 2-games-to-1.
Yeah, and he could get away with that because everything he does is such a big kind of monstrous.
It's got an exclamation point on the back of everything he does.
Yeah.
It's 2-games-to-1, and that was a 4-1 deficit that they came back from.
Yeah, that's tough. And he got back there and he just started freaking people out.
Tough loss. Look at Tom Yore's face. You know that was a tough one to lose.
Yeah, when Tom Yore gets to that dark place, he starts questioning his life choices.
Yeah. Which mostly have been good, for the most part.
I don't know if you really know what's going on with. I'm not making all that up. I have no idea of that.
Here we go. 4th game underway. Tom putting it into play. And angles that one up the table, just looking to get it into the hands of his partner, Paul Smith, who sticks that one through the lane. Will set it up against Ryan Moore.
So let's talk about the demons in your brain. Like, I got to make
my brain or just in
the forward's brain.
Phew.
Like, if I miss this, Ryan gets it.
Yeah.
That's a
great point.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And so you're like, it adds an element of stress.
Well, yeah, and again, it's we've talked about it before with Tony Sprademan. We've talked about it with Frederic Collignon.
Yeah.
There are these preconceived notions that their opponents get, like there's these fears that come up, and Ryan Moore certainly fits into that category. There was a reason why Frederic Collignon didn't lose a match in Europe for like 12 years.
Right, right.
Didn't have to even. He knew going into a match. It was because the opponent knew they had already lost.
Right. They would celebrate when they scored a point.
Yep.
They'd celebrate when they won a game.
The French national anthem. Dun, 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 dun. If they won one game, here comes the.
Iconic.
Yeah, and that's something. And there's Paul Smith stroking it home. It's 1-0.
Great job by Paul Smith, showing some poise.
Yeah. By the way, folks, that is not just a Beatles song. That is the actual French national anthem.
Mm-hmm.
All you need is love.
Ooh, And so here's the other thing about Ryan that's treacherous.
Yeah.
He played with Bobby Diaz for so long.
Yeah.
He learned positional, right? How to off-speed passing. He has everything.
And the defense. It's the defense because Ryan Moore probably is the best defensive goalie in the world as well, because of what Bobby Smith.
Right.
We saw it earlier. He stayed home on that pull shot from Paul Smith. Gave him a 3-inch long. And stayed home on the split and the straight. And that's that's the Diaz influence.
Yeah. Makes him lethal at all times.
Big time. On both sides of the ball.
Right.
Yeah, he's the best goalie in the world when he wants to be.
Yeah, when he decides he's going to be.
Yeah.
Right.
There's Smith. We'll try again. It's 1-0 here in the fourth in favor of Smith and Yore. And there's Ryan out there to make the block. Smith kind of almost desperately went with.
And his time was reset. There's no reason to rush that. He had the ball reset.
That's the Ryan Moore influence there again.
Now look. Now you got this monster who's on his fifth possession is like always a threat.
Yeah, and again, there's not really a downside. He's not going to get spiked. He's not going to do something stupid. He's going to block anything that comes back at him.
I think we have an upset on table number 2, if you want to call it that. I think Michael Stahl and Tracy McMillan just beat Tony Spredeman and Eric Hiltner on table number 2.
They have tied it up at 2 games apiece.
Oh, is it? That's what it is?
They were down 2-0.
I think that's over, dude. They unwrapped.
Wow, they're unwrapping.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to have a nail biter, barn burner final.
No, it's Spredeman and Hiltner won that.
Did they?
Yeah. See how many points that that Stahl and McMillan have on their score? Yeah. I think it was Spredeman.
That's the vodka talking, by the way.
It might be. Yeah. Not for you, for me. I mean, not for me, for you. Ryan going with that quick tic-tac push kick. Tied up at 1 here in the fourth. Ryan having some fun back there.
Too much fun. If he's having too much fun, it's even more scary, by the way.
Oh, my goodness.
What are you going to do?
Oh.
And Brandon's having fun? Okay.
Yeah, Smith and Yore need to regroup a little bit. That crushing loss in game number 3 when they were up 4-1. And the wheels coming off a little bit for the team on the right, although Moore almost gives it away. Fires that push kick down the middle on goal, blocked and taken away by Yore. This is Moreland. Sticks that one through the lane.
Great to keep it on his 3-bar.
Brandon Moreland, one of those guys that has that rare combination of power and incredible finesse. That touch. Billy Pappas, another example of that. Just incredible touch, incremental touch combined with power. You watch this as Moreland will bring it across, fire it home.
I think they've made the permanent switch. I think Paul Smith is going to net. Tom Yore is going to forward, and I think they're going to stay that way.
Like the close-up of Tom Yore's hair. Same color it was 40 years ago.
Boom.
And there's a pull kick from Smith. Oh, that one comes across.
Yeah. On the inside of that man again.
Big shot there to make it 2-2 here in game 4. Here's Moore. I feel like he's due.
Yeah. Don't you get that feeling? The foreboding feeling like he's had too many possessions. And if we remember, he just won the Hall of Fame Classic with Tommy Yore Jr.
That's a tough team there, isn't it? And that brush pass by Yore is going to get through and in. Tom felt guilty about it. Watch this.
Did he feel bad?
Don't feel bad, Tom. Feel good. Feel good about that. It's 3-2. Ryan Moore.
He's so threatening back there the whole time, man.
He is, and he wants to have fun. That's the key, and he knows when he needs it, he can dig down there and get what he needs in that situation. There's Moreland hammering it home.
It's great to have a a bench weapon like Brandon, who's as good as anybody here today, right?
No, they can win the tournament with Moreland playing forward and more at goal. That's how good Brandon Moreland is.
Right.
Tied up at 3 here in Game 4 in a game that Yore and Smith must have.
In Ryan's defense, though, I feel like I have a good shot at this tournament with Ryan playing goalie for me.
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
I would feel that way. You would feel that way.
Yes.
No, I don't know about you, but I would.
I just said I felt that way, Jim.
You did say that.
Good Lord.
I need to listen better to you.
I wonder if they're going to switch now. Let's see what Brandon does.
What's
here.
that?
Brandon just scored. Is he going to stay up there? Or is he going to defer?
No.
He's asking right now. Do you want to shoot this? Why don't you get up there? So here, there's a mantra or old rule in foosball. If your goalie asks, if your forward asks you to take the shot, you take the shot.
Yeah.
You just do it because they don't want to take the
100%.
shot. And that's exactly what happened right here. Brandon deferred to Ryan.
And strategically, it's not a bad move.
Yeah, why not? It's
John Wayne coming, you think?
too hard. I can never tell with this guy. Hard long. This is just
That
it was.
rolling pull shot off the corner. Rebound grab by Smith.
Now, I like I said, once Brandon asked, you got to take it. But Brandon just scored, so he probably didn't need to defer in that situation.
Still.
Yeah. Fine.
Are we really questioning the decision?
Only slightly.
The pass.
Now we're not. Kaboom.
John Wayne.
Split. Oh, he shot long. Yeah, the long both
You did
were
not expect Smith to stay home. That's some nice D by Paul. But Ryan's going to get it back. Ooh, thought about the pull kick. We'll weave, set, fire.
Split.
And get just a standard straight. It's
Split,
match point.
Split straight. Dead bar, a spray straight.
Everything's a spray with you.
That's how I troll.
Gosh, that is so 2020. Oh, it's stuffed back into the goal, and there it is.
Dude, kaboom.
So that great comeback in game number 3. They were down 4-1, come back to win 5-4, then win game number 4. Ryan Moore and Brandon Moreland have advanced to the final, and I believe